former press secretary to Donald Trump, Stephanie Grisham, she appeared at the Democratic National Convention and she gave some tests. I mean, she's given it before, but being in the public like this, explosive testimony, she had a lot to say. I want you to listen to her speech, her short speech at the Democratic Convention, and then we'll take it on the other side.
I wasn't just a Trump supporter. I was a true believer. I was one of his closest advisors. The Trump family became my family. I spent Easter, Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's all at Mar-a-Lago. I saw him when the cameras were off. Behind closed doors, Trump mocks his supporters. He calls them basement dwellers. On a hospital visit one time when people were dying in the ICU, he was mad that the cameras were not watching him. He has no empathy, no morals, and no fidelity to the truth. He used to tell me, "It doesn't matter what you say, Stephanie. Say it enough and people will believe you." But it does matter. What you says matter, and what you don't say matters. On January 6th, I asked Melania if we could at least tweet that while peaceful protest is the right of every American, there's no place for lawlessness or violence. She replied with one word: no. I became the first senior staffer to resign that day. I couldn't be part of the insanity any longer. When I was press secretary, I got skewered for never holding a White House briefing. It's because, unlike my boss, I never wanted to stand at that podium and lie. Now here I am, behind a podium, advocating for a Democrat. And that's because I love my country more than my party. Kamala Harris tells the truth. She respects the American people, and she has my vote. Thank you.
Now, you know, we've been hearing all the immoral, negative things that Donald Trump has been saying. He's spoken about badly about our heroes who served in the military. He's spoken about just about everybody in a negative context whenever he feels challenged or whatever. This should be no surprise to anyone. The question is, knowing how Trump really feels about the people who supports him, knowing that this guy has had such a immoral upbringing, knowing that this guy has sexually abused women, this guy had fraudulent schools that ripped off people's money. He refused to pay people who's done work for him, people in the working class, knowing all the things that he's done. He's stolen money from his own charity. Time and time again, it proves that he's a grifter. He proves that he's a criminal. He's a convicted felon. Yet there are those who will continuously support this person. You know, the good thing about it is, as we're seeing these polls change, we're not looking at the absolute numbers of the polls, but as we see them change, I think people are starting to wake up. They're starting to wake up. And the sycophants will be left behind, but the landslide is on the way.
We spend a lot of time deconstructing the news, trying to parse it into a form that everybody can understand. We try to find those little nitpicks where it flies above the fray, etc. If you really like these videos that we do, I want to ask a big favor. Please go ahead. Number one, subscribe to our channel. And number two, please join if you can. Thank you so kindly for watching. Keep watching. Please remember to share. We must populate the entire internet with our progressive message, a message that we know is what most Americans say that they want. So help us, please join.